Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the SU-8. It's the Tier 6 Soviet SPG. It's located on the southwest spawn of Glacier, and it's under the command of Angelina75 of OLIMP. And this is her first attempt to win the weekend line for this week, because Talon's already placed his first game and he got a second class and a bruiser, if I remember correctly. Or was it a third class? Anyway, game on. Well, it's a 152mm howitzer mounted on top of a hull that would have belonged to a T-28 if they had actually gone ahead and built these. They started work on the SU-8 back in 1932, 1934, I think it was, but they never actually went ahead and built any ones, designed on paper only. And in fact, they had two designs, with one at the gun at the front and one at the gun at the rear. Bounce out. Oh, good shot with the first round. 261. The MX-1375 is fairly badly damaged. Yes, the SU-8 actually looked rather like the Sexton when it was first designed, or rather one of the designs, with the gun at the forward end of the vehicle, not at the rear. But they actually did design a second design with the howitzer right at the very back. And that was more balanced when it came to weight, because of course the engine was directly underneath the howitzer, and of course that meant that the weight was evenly distributed. Now it's capable of doing 550 alpha, and it'll penetrate through 38mm of armor with a 6.7 meter burst radius and a stun duration of between 6.5 seconds and 11. Another good shot, this time on the Striv 74. And he's taking some damage, so we're getting some stun assist. Okay, we've got another Arty on our team. It's a Crusader SP. The Artys on the enemy team are an FB304 and a Lorraine 15550. Okay, Angelina's looking around for another target. She's found one. In fact, it's a VK3601H on the other side of the battlefield. She's trying to line the shot up just for when he pulls back. Bounce out. Oh, that was excellent. She hit two tanks with one shot there. She damaged the Caro and the VK3601H with the same shot. So she splashed. She got the, I think she got the direct hit on the VK, but the Caro then took the splash of what was remaining, and she got stun assist from both as well. A T-34-NE5M's turned up. She's fired a round at him, and another splash. This time 221. Seems there's an awful lot of enemy tanks over in the northwest corner of the map. Now she has pulled a fair way back into this little cove, and that's going to make it difficult for Angelina to get shots on the enemy tanks, which are to the right. And you can see she's trying to get a solution on those tanks to the right of her, but sadly she can't because of the position. It's just not working. Caro P88 just takes a splash. Can we get our round in? Rounds out. Going for the engine deck. And she got splashed for 135. So already over 1,000 hit points of actual damage and 632 stun assist. And that Caro is a one-shot. In fact, I'm surprised he hasn't gone down already to the KB3. Okay, she fires the round in at T-34. And I think her shot was the one that splashed the T-3485M, but I can't be absolutely certain. She didn't show any damage accumulated. Okay, she's loaded, ready to go. Rounds out. This could hit. It does. 277 off the T-3485M, and she got some stun. Okay, she's decided she has to change position, and with good reason, because all the tanks that were blocking the enemy going around the ring road, only the T-25-2 is left. And there are now 3 tanks headed our way, including a Striv 74, a T-34-85, and I think there's another one as well. It might be a tank destroyer. So Angelina's decided she needs to get out of this area, because if she stays where she is, she's more than likely going to get spotted and taken out. And the Crusaders decided to redeploy as well. He's got the top gun, the 5.5 inch. So he's the tier 7 Arty, whilst Angelina is the tier 6. The good news is that the Stu Mill on our team and the Panther are both headed back to the cap area to help the T-25-2, who's all alone there at the moment. Angelina's just trying to reposition. That should be able to shoot the enemy from here. Uses the rock to slow down. That sometimes does work. Okay, she should be able to hit the cap area from here. Now, I expect that the enemy's probably got round that corner already, but we can't be certain. But she's actually aiming towards that T-25-2 near the enemy cap, and our guys are already at the enemy cap, but she can't get a shot because she was actually too close to the rock. So she's now aiming. Oh, the enemy just lost their 555C to our Sture Mill. They've managed to creep up on the edge of the Glacier. I don't think he's up there. I think he's around the corner near that little house. She's waiting on, looking on that corner, expecting the enemy to come around there. They would be spotted by the Sture Mill, but if they've already gone around the corner, the Sture Mill won't see them. There's a Panther there as well, trying to help out. She's firing one blind shot in. And nothing as far as I can see. The scores are even now, but we do have 2 tanks really close to the enemy cap area. Angelina trying to reposition, and the enemy turned up. We can see their T-25-2 and their Challenger, and they are near their cap. So Angelina's repositioned so she can get shots on these guys. Going for the T-25-2 first. Let it settle. That looks good. Rounds out. Oh, she did get a good hit. 226. In fact, it looks like both parties managed to hit the same guy at the same time. And so, yes, he's down to a one-shot, the T-25-2. Won't last long. And in fact, the kill shot goes to the AMX 1357. Angelina hits the rear of the Challenger. So it's looking very good. She's got a lovely amount of hit points there. 226 off the shot of the Challenger. And another 197 stun assist. But yes, I was right. That Hellcat sitting off in the corner near the house. And so he managed to get round that corner. And in fact, he's not the only one. A T-34-2G FT is also just a short distance away. And we've now just lost the T-25-2. So we've only got the Panther near the cap because we lost the Sture Mill as well. So there's 4 enemy tanks trying to take our cap area at the moment. And let's just hope that the Panther survives long enough. Well, Angelina fired a round in, but she's going to have to back up. Sitting there, and there's one of them. Oh, well, he didn't last very long. The AMX 1357 in the center of the map took out the Striv 74, and now we're looking for this T-34 2GFT. Angelina's got no shot from that one, and we can see where one of the enemy RT is. He's just in that little alcove, just behind the tree line, shooting at the AMX 1357. Angelina's tried to respond. We also lost one of our players who was trying to defend or take the enemy cap area, and I think Angelina's now decided she's going to relocate. Of course, the big worry now is we don't know where that Challenger is. Our AMX 1357's pulled back, and that Challenger, he could be anywhere. She's trying to get an angle so she can shoot at the cap if she needs to. Looks about right. Of course, this is now the fastest firing SPG at tier 6 since, of course, Wargaming neutered the M44. Oh, we found the Challenger. He's right next door to us. There he is. Oh my gum, he got really close, and we've lost the Crusader SP to the Lorraine 15550. Angelina's going to try and shotgun this Challenger if she can. Oh, she left it too long on the turn there. She had a choice of either committing or going around the corner slowly, and she took her out from the Challenger in doing that, but the AMX 1357 came back to our rescue. Ow, yes, I heard that rumble from the enemy Arty. She's doing incredibly well, just under 2k of damage, 829 stun assist, but the enemy did briefly go into the cap. That was the FP304, and it looks like we have lost. Alexa, stop. And it looks like the enemy managed to get rid of one of our guys. Go for the Hellcat. Okay, she's lining the shot up. Let it settle. Let it settle. That's it. Rounds out. Looks good. Direct hit. Right on the money. Yeah, sorry about the interruptions from my Alexa. Sometimes happens at midnight. Well, the enemy's got somebody in the cap, and I guess it must be that T-34 2GFT, because he was last seen only a short distance away. We need the AMX 1357 to tell us who it is so we can shoot. We're loaded, ready to go. He must be on that corner. Must be close. Just waiting for our AMX 1357 to get close enough. We're capping at the other end. If we can get a reset. There he is! Lined up. Rounds out. Oh, kill shot! That was an excellent shot there, but the AMX 1357 got spotted by the T-34-85, and he got taken out, but I think the T-34-85 might have left it too late. He's on his way back to try and get a reset for his cap, but I'm not sure he's going to be able to do it in time. Angelina's racing towards the enemy cap. If she can quickly get into that cap, then the game should be over with a victory. And somebody started capping at the other end again. I don't think that's the T-34-85 though, because he was definitely coming back. And it does look now from the trajectory that that is the enemy Arty at the other end of the map capping. So Angelina's dashing towards the cap as fast as she dare. Oh, what's she doing? Is she going to stop and shoot? I'm not sure why she did that. She stopped because the KV-3 was about to cap out. And there's the enemy RT, and he's just got a reset. And there's the T-34-85, so he's arrived at the cap. So it must be the enemy RT at the other end. And Angelina's going in to try and get a shotgun on the T-34-85. You can turn now. Go straight for him. If he's distracted, you'll get close before you shoot. She's lining him up. Oh! Well, she took a round originally from the Challenger on the northwest corner, but she didn't take a hit from the T-34-85. But the KV-3 left the cap area to get the reset or to kill the T-34, but he's left the enemy Arty in the cap. He's the last one alive on his team, and I don't think we can get to the enemy cap to get a reset. We can maybe stop now and take a shot, but that's all we'll get, just one shot. And Angelina's left it too late, and that's it. They capped out to win. Angelina fires one last shot in, but it's too late. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker game for Angelina75 of OLIMP in the SU-8. It's not the first ace she's had them before in this Arty, but sadly, I'm afraid it wasn't enough to win the game, even though it was an ace tanker. It was a bruiser medal as well for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, she got 9. A gauze medal for doing more damage, exceeding 8 times the hit points for her own vehicle. A high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game. She got that as soon as she destroyed the T-34-85. And she also managed to get a Confederate as well, hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on her team. Her win rate was 6,000, but yes, sadly, I'm afraid it was a loss because the enemy Arty knew how to use his W key. He drove to our cap, sat in the cap, and unfortunately, Angelina was unable to get a reset. In fact, it really didn't matter that the KB3 had left the cap area to go after the T-34-85, despite the fact that Angelina was incredibly accurate with her shotgun on that T-34-85. He had been reset by the enemy Arty, and he's already passed the halfway point. So even if Angelina75 and the KB3 had both gone into the enemy cap and started capping, they wouldn't have been able to cap out before the Lorraine 15550 got there. And so they both would have lost, even if they'd started capping at the other end. So sadly, all they could do under the circumstances was try to get a reset, but it might have actually worked in Angelina's favor if she'd actually fired the moment that the T-34-85 was dead and she was reloaded, because really there wasn't enough time in the end to get that last shot in. But it certainly was a great result in terms of medals, an ace tanker, gauze, high caliber, and Confederate. Let's have a look at team score. Well, Angelina did get the highest damage in that game, 2,596. The second highest damage turned out to be the VK3601H on the enemy team with 2,488. And the third highest damage, well, that went to the Panther on her own team with 1,986 hit points. When it came to kills, it was the AMX 1357 who did the best. He got 5 kills in the end, 1/3 of the enemy team. 3 kills went to Angelina and also to the Panther, and they came in joint second. And in joint third, we got the VK3601H, the Challenger, the Lorraine 15550, there he was, still all alone, and the T-34-85 got 2 kills. The Lorraine actually picked up a defender when he reset the KB3, and he also managed to get an invader as well because he capped out to win. So very well done to him because he managed to work out exactly where the KB3 was in the end of the game. When it came to base XP, we can see that the enemy team came out on top with the VK3601H getting 1,004, the only player getting over 1,000. 761 went to, or actually 787 went to the Panther, then 761 went to the Hellcat on the enemy team. Angelina got 673, and according to this, there's 5 members of the enemy team got more than Angelina, and 2 on her own team, which means she's in 8th place when it came to base XP on that battle, I'm afraid. But it was a good result. Let's have a look at detail. 16 shots fired. That's a nice amount of ammunition expended to get a good result. 8 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetrating shot. Now, I'm pretty sure that penetrating shot has to be that Hellcat. She hit him fair and square, right down the middle. And yes, it was. 373 hit points. The shell hit it right on the cockpit, went straight through. That's what makes Hellcats and other tank destroyers such great targets, simply because they have such thin armor, an Arty shell can get straight through them. She also got 2,596 hit points of damage, of which 2,404 were at more than 300 meters. I think the close shot was on that T-34-85. She also received 1 hit, and it was a penetrating shot. That was the Challenger. 10 enemy vehicles were damaged, 3 were killed, 68 hit points of damage assistance, and 829 of stun assist of 7 stuns. And she got a defense of 46 because she reset the T-34-85 the T34 2G FT while he was sitting in the cap area. On a premium count, she actually made a profit and she got a mission completion bonus. Angelina picked up 76,658 credits profit and she got 1,611 experience points altogether. She says, wow, how did this happen? Well, it was down to the fact that you were very, very good with some of your shots in that game, exceptionally accurate. The T-34-85 didn't really know what hit him. He was smacked right on the side of his hull and it went right through. You smacked that Hellcat for one. You hit the T-34 2G FT and he went up as well. And I think it was just a bit of bad luck that you didn't get the Challenger as well, because you went round the corner, but you didn't turn to face the target. You should have kept moving and straightened up after you got round the corner, because the Challenger had you dead to rights the moment you came round. So he was able to get a good shot in, but it wasn't enough to kill you. So that's why you survived that one. But it was a good battle because you did get a lot of hit points. You did get the high caliber and the gauze, and of course the Confederate. So incredibly well played, Angelina. And the good news for Angelina is that she's won the competition. The rules of the competition are if you get an ace tanker, you win the competition outright for that week. And this is the first ace that's been earned this week. So Angelina gets the weekend line on Sunday. And it means that Talon 1958 has to get up and look after Remy on Sunday. So congratulations to Angelina for a nice game, a very good performance. I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.